Penguins at play. Today I will show you how to draw a penguin. We're actually going to make more than one and cut them out of paper. And then we'll glue them onto an iceberg painting. Are you ready to learn how? Let's get started. Take a look at these baby penguins. They've got gray bodies and black and white heads. And then when they grow up, they're all black and white, and some of them have colors near their faces. Let's start in your sketchbook. I'm going to use a black marker, but I want you to use pencil so that you can erase any mistakes. Begin with a circle for the head and an oval for the body. Notice there's no neck. The circle overlaps the oval. Start where the head meets the body and draw two lines going out to the side. And then round off the tip and bring it back to the body, and these will be the two wings. Next, we'll draw the feet. They're like flippers. Draw two lines inside each foot, and we're ready for the white tummy. Start at the head, loop around, and back to the head again. This is a beak, and then we'll draw two lines that start at the beak and curve up to the top of the head. Add the eyes. And now you're ready to get your black marker out. Start filling in the things that I'm filling in black. I'm leaving the face white, mostly, and the tummy white. I'm filling in the belly and the wings with black, and then I'm switching to orange for the beak and the feet. Now we're going to do the exact same thing, but a little bit smaller. We want our next penguin to not be the exact same size. I'm only going to make two, but you might want to make 3 penguins, or even 4. Repeat this step for each penguin that you want, and then we're going to cut them out. I didn't do this, but you may want to make a baby penguin that's gray on the bottom with a black and white head, like the ones we saw in the photograph earlier. We will be cutting these penguins out and putting them onto a painting we're about to make. You're going to need a new page of your sketchbook to start the painting. We're going to draw an iceberg, and the iceberg starts like this. See if you can repeat this line drawing on your paper. That's going to be the top of the iceberg, and now add some curved lines that go down to the bottom of the page. They repeat all the way across the iceberg. It should look like a flat plateau where the penguins can stand, and they could jump off that iceberg and into the water. So that line represents the water. Let's take a look at an iceberg. Most of the iceberg is underwater, but the part that sticks up from the top looks snowy and is usually colored with blues, greens, and purples because those are the cool colors. Cool colors make us feel like the picture has a cold temperature to it. So we're going to be using the greens, the blues, and the purples to make our picture look snowy and cold. Start by adding water to your watercolor paints. What you're really doing is painting with colored water. So you stir the water around until it picks up the color of the paint, and then apply it to your paper. Now I'm going to grab a little bit of green water and add it to my blue to make an aqua color. Now I'm going to add some water to the purple paint and stir that around and put some purple painted water for my sky. I think I'll mix blues and purples together for the sky. I want to use all 3 of my cool colors, blue, purple, and green. When you mix the blue and purple together, you get a color that's indigo. Be careful not to get any paint on the iceberg. The iceberg's going to be snowy, so we'll leave that part white. You can keep mixing your blues, greens, and purples together until you like the sky and the water. This is a great stopping place for part 1. We'll need to let our painting dry. Come back next week. Right here is the beginning of part 2, and we can continue on with our project. Hopefully you saved your penguin drawings because today we're going to be cutting out around the marker drawing. So stay right on the edge of your penguin very carefully with your scissors. We need to cut out the shape of a penguin's body. We don't want to cut off the wings or the feet, so stop there and turn, go around the feet. Sorry for the bad video, I didn't realize I was out of the camera. And now I'm coming back in to clean out the space between the legs. You will very neatly need to cut out around each one of your penguins. Some of you did more than 2 penguins. You've got to cut out around 3 or 4. Cut out every single one that you did. And I'll tell you, the smaller you make them, the harder it is to cut them out neatly. Take your time. Go very carefully. If you accidentally chop off the head or a foot, just save it. We're going to be gluing it onto the iceberg painting, so we'll just glue the head back in place if that happens to you. There's my 2 penguins, and now I'm ready to place them onto my dried painting from last week. You might arrange them first and see what looks best. If you're going to put one higher on the iceberg, it needs to be behind so that you're overlapping correctly. Or it could be jumping off the end of the iceberg into the water. I think I like this arrangement best. So I'm going to glue mine down, and I'm finished with this project for today.